Okay, so how this thing works, you've got your 3 buttons right here. The center one is the mode button, and you tap that through until it says settings on the screen. Then you tap the set button, and then the toggle here, you toggle until you see E-reverse. Then you press and hold the set button, and now it's active. To make it move, just push the throttle forward, and it lifts the buckets. Pull it back, it drops them down. And then to cancel it, press and hold the mode button, and it's canceled.
All right, so I used those settings and I went ahead and lifted both of the reverse gates. So I'm gonna take a peek in here at the jet pump and see what there is to see and get a take on how to get this bucket out of here. Okay, so it looks like on the Scarab, you just loosen up these Allen bolts, these cap screws. The way I'm gonna do this is I'm gonna disconnect the steering on this side, disconnect the reverse gate lever on this side, disconnect all 4 of these cap screws, and then I'm going to go over to the port side engine and do the same, with the exception that I won't have steering to undo and I won't have reverse gate to undo. So 4 bolts on this side, 4 bolts on this side, and our linkages. I should be able to take this guy off as a complete assembly.
So I took the easy route when I was disassembling this because I'm going to inspect both jet pumps. But to remove each jet pump independently and the proper way, these 3 bolts need to be removed. That's the interconnecting steering linkage and the interconnecting reverse linkage.
All right, so I've got the bolts loosened up. This one I put back in just snug just to hold the assembly. Got the steering disconnected. Went ahead and loosened all these up and also put another bottom one in snugly. Now I'm going to take the reverse gate linkage off. This is going to want to drop down. That's why I did what I did. So I'll be able to hold this up, get the last bolt out, and take this off as an assembly. Now, I do see a keeper back here. So when I drop this down, I want my reverse cable to be able to slide out of there. So I can see here, I need to take this little keeper out of the way and get close up. This guy right here. All right, I'm going to do that next. So as you can see, I started to rotate that. That's actually a cotter pin. So I'm just putting something in there, put a little side force on it to slide it out. Took the top of it. This is on the cable for the reverse gate. Took the top off. Now this is free. I got my bolts out, so this bad boy should just come out. There we go. So that was actually way easier than a Sea-Doo. And you look in here, this is what you need to get to PM your jet pumps. So you take these cones off and check for water, grease them up. You take the jet pump off, we're gonna do that next. 4 bolts, out she goes. So right out of the gate, I could tell you that there's no way I should be able to turn that impeller like that, because it broke. Something broke. Here's an example. This one locked on the engine. That one, the splines in the impeller stripped, or the shaft broke. So just to do this while you're watching, in case you don't watch any more of the video, I'm going to show you, I'm going to take this jet pump cover off and show you how easy it is to do these PMs. At the same time, we're going to see if there's any grease or it's all water. Note, I am using a power tool to take these off. I use a torque wrench to reassemble. This is a 5mm Allen. So 3 screws. And then you just get in here. You got these little slots. You find the little slots. Just jiggle it. The cone's plastic, I knew that, but I'm surprised this is plastic. There's a slot right there. Okay, so I just get my screwdriver in. Once I do that, I can work it around. And this will be the moment of truth. See if we got water in there or what. Oh, shit. Did the jet pump seize? Or did something else break this impeller? If we got water in here, pretty good bet that the jet pump seized. And we do not. That grease looks perfect. So this is what 110 hours should look like. For your PM, you would simply wipe all this out, clean the front, pack this 2/3 full. So I'm gonna proceed with taking this apart, but you can see that ain't normal. We're stripping on the spline for sure. Now, I've done this video for jet skis, but just because you're watching this for a Scarab, I'm gonna show you what I do. I got a 17 millimeter. I'm gonna crack these 4 loose. You got a nut and a washer to come off. And this will bring the impeller out. And we'll slide it off the drive shaft. I don't think it's gonna come out very hard because it's slipping over the drive shaft already. When I pull this off, these 4 washers are gonna drop. So if you want to be careful, you can go in here and let it drop, pick them up, or just go in here and take them out. Or that. Now I gotta find them. Nobody goes unaccounted for. Where the heck is that? Oh, there's my cotter pin. That fell out. Anyway, there we go. So that's the tunnel. This is not normal on Sea-Doos, but this sleeve here is a product of Scarab, and that protects the shaft. The shaft's in here, and this protects you from pulling up ropes. So that feels pretty worn. So let's take a look at our jet pump. The splines don't look horrible. Interesting, but they're probably not good. That's normal to move around like that. I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to replace that drive shaft.
So that impeller boot separated from the impeller and lodged into the drive shaft guard. Separation of the seal allowed water into the drive shaft spline fit, allowing all grease to wash out. This eliminated proper lubrication. Eventually both drive shaft spline and impeller bore fits were worn away. This type of failure caused the impeller fit to wear and allow the impeller to slip free and caused the Scarab a loss of propulsion.
So this is the impeller in question from the Scarab, and this is an extra Sea-Doo impeller that I had laying around. I'm going to show you the difference on what good spline contact appears to be in an impeller. And then here we have what we found on the Scarab. So you can see that difference. Pretty apparent. Nice sharp teeth, good surfaces. This wear occurred because of a lack of lubrication between the spline fit of the impeller and the drive shaft. Now, the way this area here is sealed, there's grease inside of here, and then the drive shaft goes through and fits into this. So it's sealed by this rubber boot. It's reverse thread. This threads into the surface backwards, right? And this disconnected. So this actually popped out of the shaft and lodged into the Scarab drive shaft guard. So you can see when I install this seal, this is flush with the surface. So if I was to borescope back up into the tunnel, that's what I should see. I should see this engaged. I shouldn't see any shiny surface in here, right? Because this is intact. But in our case, in our photo, we see a shiny surface just with a simple phone image capture looking up through the tunnel. And that's because this part had separated. Now, here I just have an extra jet pump laying around. This is from a broken jet ski. But I wanted to show you these small holes up inside the jet pump right there. Those actually travel into this port here, and that's what feeds water into the cooling system on the Sea-Doo. Now this cools the exhaust system, not the engine, but it is a part of the cooling system. And with the impeller not able to rotate, this engine could not be operated at all, because even running slowly, there's no water going into the exhaust. So this is another part of the issue that could happen if the impeller stops turning, because now you have nothing that creates water pressure to your exhaust system.